Mark on the respect and tradition of Smackdown out of 10. And what a huge episode of Smackdown this was, because we got a major surprise with lots going on in the card. And yeah, I think, you know, with what happened at the start of the show and how big and shocking it was, let's get straight into it. But Pat McAfee made a surprise return to kick off SmackDown. That was the start of it. Live from Denver, and popped at the fans and commentator Michael Cole. After a brief energetic promo, Theory hit the ring, interrupting his role, and after an insult laid in response, McAfee told Theory that SmackDown is the people's show, bringing about the return of The Rock. The roof blew off the Ronin, and it was a great one, made his way to the ring. An extended chant was bleeped out and went on far too long, with The Rock laying out on the brash young heel and delivering a pill with his elbows to an electric response. McAfee added for his own good measures, capping off a fantastic, surprising opening segment. Pro wrestling is great when it delivers the unexpected, and yeah, this was certainly unexpected. But yeah, an incredible start to SmackDown, the pop and everything like that. Whenever The Rock comes back to WWE, it's special, and yeah, this one I think especially just because it was so unexpected, just brilliant. Before it's time for AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Styles and Balor were so talented that even a so-so match between them, interrupted by a mid-match commercial, is still pretty damn good. Such is the case on Friday, as former world champions did battle in a competitive match that saw the Judgment Day Priest and Mysterio ejected from ringside after attempting to interfere, only for Jimmy Uso to interject himself and set up Balor's victory. The finish suggests that battles between Styles and Usos are not over, and allows Judgment Day to continue building momentum, especially as they appear across all three of the brands at the moment. A solid use of all involved. This was a great follow-up to after the explosive show start. So yeah, get 7 out of 10 from me. Like I say, really good. Still leading off into several different routes as well, which makes sense. And yeah, really excited to see where it all goes. So it gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Before it's time for the LWA versus the Street Profits. Backstage, Finn attempted to lure Jimmy into joining Judgment Day, based on the idea there are no leaders, no one to be beholden to. Uso appeared somewhat interested. Back in the arena, the LWA's Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Valina Vega, Cruz del Toro and Jack Moore were in the ring for a special promo. After Escobar respectively challenged Mysterio for the US title, the unnamed trio of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits interrupted the festivities, leading to a tag match. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins defeated Del Toro and Wilde in a quick match, putting them babyface away in a battle that was anything but competitive, really. A post-match attack solidified the group as heels. This was fine, but Del Toro and Wild were quickly losing credibility following a squash loss to KO and Sammy 2 weeks ago, and this defeat here. LWA is as strong as the sum of its parts, and 2 of the 5 are viewed as glorified enhancements, and it will ultimately hurt the overall value of the group. Mysterio v Escobar should be fun, but it's not surprising if Lashley is the ultimate one to defend the Hall of Famer. So yeah, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought it was good, but at the same time I kind of would like seeing more from this match, but it seems like we may get that next week, so yeah, let's give that a chance. Next up was LA Knight versus Miz, and he made it 2-0 against The Miz since Payback, defeating him with a blunt force trauma. The crowd was red hot for Knight, and Miz was great as an antagonistic heel as ever. The match never needs more than it needed to be, which was an extended showcase for Knight as he builds momentum towards maybe a showdown with Roman Reigns, maybe something else, who knows. But yeah, at least that's based off the teasers of Paul Heyman over the last few weeks. But yeah, who knows where it goes for LA Knight. But yeah, I think building him up here is exactly what we need to do. And I think we're doing it quite successfully here. So yeah, you'll find no complaints from me about this segment, I don't think. Yeah, it's solid enough action. And yeah, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, decent enough stuff here, without being anything too unremarkable. For it's time for Asuka against Bayley. I like Balor and Styles earlier in the night. Asuka and Bayley capable of great ring work every time they set foot inside the ring. And great might not be the word to describe this, but it was still very good. Also like Styles and Balor, it was a screw interference finish that saw Shotzi for a distraction that allowed the Empress tomorrow to score the win. It was a repetitive finish, especially since it kept the storyline alive with illusion intended to build momentum. If there's a weakness to Triple H as head of creative, it's not always recognising he was booked to sing finishes more than once in the card. Clean it up, and yeah, the intertwining feuds is hardly a bad one. But yeah, I get 7 out of 10 from me, this one. I thought it was a decent match, like I say, without being anything unremarkable. I think it still leads to further on. So even if I don't like this, I don't know, I'm still a big fan of Asuka Bayley feud. So yeah, good stuff, and yeah, gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Before it was then time for the Grce Mor Effect, featuring John Cena, but the only issue, there wasn't that much John Cena. The GOAT did not utter a word as a heelish Aussie, then Jey Uso interrupted and ran him down the mic. A brawler outside with Solis Curry jumping in, and AJ Styles hit the ring to make the save, and ended the night with both faces standing tall. This was a messy segment, did not accomplish much or anything. It continued Styles and Cena's respective beasts, with Uso adding Sikoa to the mix, and failed to justify Waller involvement other than just going a squared circle with Cena one more time. Maybe we get a cool tag match out of it, but it felt like a rather disappointing illusion of Cena on a night that so electrically started with The Rock. Yeah, I just feel like with the other stars on the show, maybe Cena could have been used a bit better, because yeah, it just felt like we didn't really do anything with him here, which yeah is a bit unfortunate, to be honest. So yeah, maybe a bit of a disappointing way to end the show. But overall, SmackDown this week gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, solid episode of SmackDown this week. Without being anything too remarkable in the main event. Of course, the electrifying start of SmackDown brought it up incredibly. So yeah, on the whole, great stuff. Yeah, just love that style. I think that love long in the memory. But anyway, guys, that's it really. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, and what's going on in daily wrestling news. Subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.